Hi everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here, and today we have a result update coming from SCMHRD. So, all the people who have got nice 7 percentile plus in Snap should have got the calls. Below that, if you guys have received calls, drop in your comments section Snap percentile at which you have got shortlist for SCMHRD core and for the other programs as well, also. Alright, the process is pretty simple for all Symbiosis colleges to check your results. This video, I will tell you where and how to check your results, important deadlines which we need to keep in mind, and how do you go about with your preparation. Plus, let's give ourselves a little motivation to understand what SCMHRD is doing right now with respect to its placements as well. Alright, first thing first, let's go ahead and log into your Symbiosis portal. You have everything coming on that one Symbiosis login. अपने login पे जाइए. There you will see SCMHRD listed. In status, you will get to see whether you're selected or not selected. Important thing to remember is deadline to book your WATPI slot is 19th Jan 11:55 p.m. That is this Thursday. So 19th Jan 11:55 p.m. के पहले slot booking करना है. It's first come first basis, so do not delay it. Make sure you fill it at the earliest. Before filling or booking your slot, you will have to answer a little bit of questions based on simple. There's a gamification thing right in the start. A lot of people are very scared and skeptical about it. Well, it's a small interactive questions to know you as a person, your personality. So just give yourself, be honest, think like a manager, and go ahead and attempt it. Then you will have an application form which has a few set of questions which you can say like SOP type of questions. Go to your dashboard and watch the interview preparation wala videos and write your answers. Then comes preparing for our interviews. सबसे पहला काम, I will open the non-IIM college dockets. Go ahead and pick up SCMHRD का docket. Here we get to see the interview experiences of students who have done their interviews at SCMHRD Pune. Let's pick up any one experience and figure it out. Okay, so this student, okay, students were asked to select the president of a company from a list of 3 people whose personality traits, experience, and brief introduction was given. This is your group activity which is being done before. A group of friends wanted to a business and all of them were working. They were in a dilemma whether to start it or not. Students were asked to discuss the pros and cons of starting a business and leaving jobs. So these were some kind of group activities which were done before, right? Similarly, you can also see your interview questions. What kind of questions were asked? Some of them we also have the interview transcripts available. So check them up, okay? आप पूरे डैशबोर्ड पे जाओगे, आपको अच्छे से समझ में आएगा कि क्या क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते हैं. So if I pick up one of these questions, the student was asked, give your interview first. There were 2 people, one lady and an old guy. First thing was introduce yourself and directly started with why MBA after Java developer. So this panel student has explained. Then he asked me, do you know Java well? I said yes. And he asked me to write basic Java program. And after writing it, he asked, if we remove string args, then will it run? If string args is removed. Then he asked SQL queries, to write a query with maximum clause and asked to sequence ordering of order by having by etc. So basically getting into your core coding aspects. They asked situation where I had conflicts between me and my manager and how did I manage and how will I manage in future such similar situations. So the objective is to understand whatever is your background, whether it's working or education, to have an understanding आपको सच्ची में आता है कि नहीं. Whether you're from finance, coding or mechanical background, they'll ask you questions based on that. Then they are also testing you on your decision making skills or ethical dilemma. How do you deal with these kind of situations? Okay, then a situation was given where I am bank information officer and suggesting CEO to hire BA, but he is denying for it for cost cutting. So which arguments I'll give to the CEO? This is in a way selling a particular thing to your panelists, right? Then he was asked to draw a graph of revenue versus success in terms of money, and they expected a linear graph. And then they had the document verification. The student was rejected. If you look at it, it's a small transcript, but you need to understand why he was rejected. Maybe the answers that were given weren't satisfactory, right? So you need to be ready for such kind of questions and answers as well, right? Now let's look at a candidate who got selected. ठीक है, उनका interview experience पढ़ते हैं. The PI round had two panelists, one female, one male. I entered the interview room and they already had my Snapseed form, greeted them and took a seat. This was when it was done offline. Okay, you can also have the interviews offline this year maybe, but Snapseed form सबके पास रहता है. This is the form which you will fill right now before booking your slot. So Ronit, tell us about yourself in brief. Spoke, gave the well-rehearsed answer. Next panelist question, what is your favorite subject? I told her it was data structures. Why is it your favorite subject? Told her how it fascinates me to understand the various concepts such as stacks, queues, and how they are used for storing and processing data. So explain me why queue is known as FIFO and also the concept of a queue. So he gave an example. That's a very good thing. Whenever you're asked to explain theoretical concepts, now always try and give an example. Whether it's explaining academic theory or let's say someone tells you, give me an example of, or tell me, are you a leader or not? So leadership example, कुछ भी life के examples भी देने हैं ना, explain करना है, give it with the examples. Next question. You have mentioned that you were a finalist at the Smart India Hackathon. What was your project? So then explain to her the project on Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and it came under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. So Ronald, tell me, why should we select you? You have a complete technical background. What is it that you would give to the college if we select you? I started explaining to him how I would be using my technical skills in the development of the college, and he was obviously interrupted. You mean to say that you will only be useful to conduct technical fest or provide technical support during the events? I told him that this was not the case, since I was also a good speaker and also have a knack of learning things with which I can be a part of any club or team and contribute in many ways to the development of the college. One last question from our side. Mention some weakness of yours and how you are trying to overcome them. So he gave an answer after thinking, and whenever you're a little fumbling, you think, take a pause, relax, then give the answer. Lastly, I was given a small piece of paper that contained some kind of economic data for 3 countries and how the economy fluctuates in terms of the annual rainfall. Also, it stated how the government should spend on defense, stating the relations with neighbors were not good. I was given 2 minutes to understand the situation and give my feedback as to what I understand from the data. I interpreted it, told them about my logic as to how the governments of each country should allocate budget for the proper development of each of the 3 countries. All in all, the interview lasted for 30 minutes. So essentially, guys, if I have to summarize, looking at the rejected candidates interview and the selected one, you have to know a lot about your background, tech or non-tech. You need to know why should they select you, why you're doing an MBA. Very important, what are you going to bring to the table when you join the B school? Third, know about situation handling. What would you do in situations, managerial situations? They could be ethical dilemma based questions, role play, like if you were the HR manager or marketing manager, what would you do? Here you were given situations to convince a CEO to hire someone. You were also given a situation where you had to make sense of the data. So it's important that they are testing you on your on the spot thinking, analytical thinking, and at the same time logical reasoning and convincing the people. So your convincing power or interpersonal skills are also being evaluated on the same lines. So you got to make sure you prepare this and at the same time have evidence, have examples to justify everything that you speak. Alright? For people who have been thinking SCMHRD lena chahiye ki nahi, boss, we have lots of students who are from SCMHRD, a lot of mentors who are taking your interviews as well, also your everyday current affair classes like Mustafa sir and a lot of others whom you will meet. This college is definitely up and coming, doing really well. Good lot of peer students studying there, very competitive as well. But let's look at the kind of placement stats which you can see in their placement report, which will help you to understand ki, yes, definitely the college is doing good and I should keep it into my consideration, do well in the same. So first thing, if you look at the kind of batch profile, you see gender diversity is 70-30, 70% male, 30% females. Work experience sectors, if we see, highest is ITIS, second is consulting, then is engineering. So that's your work experience background. Academic background, say, we see 70% are engineers, 20% commerce, 6% science, 4% others. Work experience, if we see, 39% are freshers. We have 24% from 0 to 11 months of experience, 12 to 23 months pay, we have 17%, 24 to 34 months pay 10%, more than 36 months pay 10%. So you can say the average age of the batch is 25 years 2 months, and the average work experience is 15.78 months of experience, right? That was the core program's batch profile. If I look at the batch profile of the analytics program, here you will see maximum engineers. So there's a bifurcation of different stream-wise engineers also available. 25% computer engineers, 15% mechanical engineers, 18% electrical engineers, 37% EXTC engineers, 5% others. Here we look at the batch work experience. You will see 67% are under 24 to 35 months of experience. So the biggest chunk is 2 to 3 years of experience, which is the sweet spot out here. For analytics, work experience crowd is more. 36 to 47 months is 25%. Greater than 48 months is 8%. The average age is 26 years and 9 months. Average work experience is 33.68 months, which is a quite high number. You can see nearly 3 years of experience. Gender diversity, 74% male, 26% females. The next program, which is a recently, not very new, but relatively newer program, which we have, is the infrastructure development and management. Here, again, if you look at the academic split, 2% are architects, 16% mechanical engineers, 21% electronics and electrical engineers, 6% others, 3% from planning background and bachelor's in planning, 52% civil engineers. So maximum chunk is coming here from the civil engineering background. Work experience में देखो 40% freshers है, 6% 0 to 11 months experience, 22% 12 to 23 months of experience, 23% with 24 to 36 months of experience, greater than 36 pay we have 9%. Gender diversity is very skewed out here, 84% male, 16% female. But the kind of background, if you see people coming maximum from civil engineer, तो वहाँ पे male candidates वैसे ही ज़्यादा होते हैं, right? Average age is 25 years 10 months. Average work ex is 16.24 months. ठीक है? That's giving you guys a fair idea about the batch profile across the programs, right? Now let's look at the meaty chunk, which is how are my placements doing? What will I get? Is my ROI being justified if I join SCMHRD? Well, the answer is pretty much yes, okay? If you look at the MBA placement stats, highest international placement is 61.5. Highest domestic is 35.5. Average is 20.4. Median is 20. Top 10% का average is 31.1. Top 25% का is 25.8. Top 50% का is 23.04. That's the stats. If you look at CTC from gender diversity perspective, average CTC of male candidates is 20.52. Average CTC of female candidates is 20.81. Right? The college has definitely been growing. Average CTC of previous batch was 16.5. So उससे अभी देखा जाए तो increase है of 23.64%, which is very good high, right? So this definitely gives an idea कि placements तो अच्छी हो रही है. If you look at, bifurcate this itself sector wise, you can choose HR, marketing, all the options. You will see in HR the average CTC is 21.61. Median is 20. Highest is 35.5. When we come to marketing, the average is 20.15. Median is 20. Highest is 32. Then you look at the other streams. we have finance. Here the average is 18, median is 17.5, and highest is 20.5. Alright, so this is with respect to the MBA core program of SCMHRD placements. The second program was the business analytics program. Here the highest is 32 lakhs, average 17.3, median 16.95. The top 10% of the batch average is 25%, it's 19.76. So काफ़ी अच्छी जा रही है placements for the analytics program also. And the last program which was there was infrastructure development and management. इनकी placement भी बहुत अच्छी जा रही है. Highest is 26.5, average 14.3, median 14. So good placements, good companies like Bain & Co, Boston Scientific, Aditya Birla, Axis Bank, D Shaw, HDFC, Deloitte, HSBC, IBM, Hexaware, ITC, lot of companies coming on campus. You have good brands like GEP, Google, EY, places which you have dreamt to be a part of coming on campus of SCMHRD. Plus you get a lot of exposure through competitions, case study competitions, and exploring and networking opportunities with other colleges as well also. Alright, so definitely one college which you should look out for. But remember, make sure you block your interview slots by 19th Jan 11:59 p.m. and you start preparing for your interviews. People who have not yet started, see you guys tonight in the 9 p.m. class so that we know where and how to kickstart our interview preparation. Alright, bye bye, take care.